Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming here to my show, Emerge, today. I have a very special guest. I met Suki, well, Stephanie, her name, here in Barcelona because we had been, in some networking groups. And I met her, and I think what she does is amazing. She knows a lot about the mind and the body connection. And she's also a massage therapist. And she has a lot of experience that she can tell you about. So, why don't you tell us, Stephanie, what you do? And thank you for coming today.
Very happy to be here. Thank you for having me. So I'm a massage therapist. I started to massage in Costa Rica. I lived for 1 year. I lived with a massage therapist, and I went there because I have problems with my back myself since I'm 14 years old, and I was in constant pain, and there was just no solutions, and doctors gave me medication, and let's not go into that. But in Costa Rica, I discovered trigger point therapy by this massage therapist that I lived with, and she taught me how to do it to myself and how to massage it to other people. And so for 1 year, she massaged me one day. I did it to her, so I really learned how to do it. And trigger point therapy is, for me, the most effective one because it approaches the block point. So trigger points are blocked points in our body that become compressed when there's a lot of tension, or it can have many origins. It can come from stress. It can come from if you had an accident, you have this functioning movement in your body. So a trigger point is a point that is blocked, which also blocks all the communication between your nerve system, your blood circulations, your hormones, everybody's body system. So your body contains, as you know, many different systems. I can talk for hours about this.
Yeah.
So these trigger points are like the cross points in our body. And when they are blocked, they block the communication between our nerves, our blood, our everything. So what I do is I work on them, and I can feel immediately which points are blocked in your body, which specific points. And then I go deep into them, and I open them up. And you have the main ones, like the main ones are in the neck from the stress. A lot of people have stress, so they are their neck is blocked, or it can be in the lower back when you're sitting all day, depending on your work, where you work, how your position is. And these are the two main problem areas always. And from there, when these are blocked, it's going to go spreading. It's like a web, and then you create little more blockages, but you always have to address the queen bee.
Yes, you have to release it by pressuring us for a little bit of time to release the pain.
Yes.
And it can be a little painful, but it's so good at the end.
Yes.
I personally had experience with Stephanie myself because I have the problem of, neck sometimes hurts me a lot. And I have, when I get anxious or when I get stressed, all my stress goes in my jaw.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually gets my neck and my shoulders get really stressed because of that. Mm-hmm. So I learned a lot about this. And Suki, when she told me all these things about it, when she finished the massage, she also gives you all these, advice that you can take with you, because it's very important to get to know your body. That's why I was so interested, because I speak about stress relief, from the neuroscience point of view. But I think, you carry all this stress that accumulate in your body from being stress all the time. The cortisol in your body gets, your position changes.
Yes.
Your body gets really tense.
Yeah.
And, your muscles gets like that. So there is the fascia also, that's the connective tissue under the skin, gets all the stress. So also, and we don't notice that, we think we're okay, right? Mm-hmm. And we're not. We carry all that in our bodies. Mm-hmm. And what you do is so amazing, because you can release that, in the body to make us feel, after my massage, I was amazing. I feel so good. I have to keep going. So I want you to talk about, of course, a little more about the mind and the body connection. Mm-hmm. What do you think, give us from your point of view, from your massage and experience, what do you think is the mind and the body connection. Why is so important to know about this? What are the symptoms, or no symptoms, but signs that you as a massage therapist think people have deal in their lives, and why they need to address them?
Yeah. So what I really experienced in 14 years of experience with, I worked with athletes, professional athletes, with pregnant women, with elderly, with kids, with everybody.
Yeah.
And what is the main thing that always, what I realized is that almost nobody is aware of this connection between mind and body. They are so unaware of the state of their body. For example, somebody comes to me and they say, "Oh, I have for 3 years pain in my neck and it's just not going away." And then I just immediately know this is coming with you. I ask a little bit about their situation, and with all of them, it's very clear that most of the time it's coming from stress, from build up negative thoughts in your brain, like acting from fear, acting from negativity. And then what I also do, aside of treating their neck, is because many people, when they are on my table, they talk. They once you touch people and you release
you give them therapy too.
Yeah, because when you release their muscle stiffness, it's like also some sort of releasement for the mind, and this is already the connection. So this is already the proof that the body and the mind is connected, because people just start to talk on my table. I know many people's life stories, because they just like ventilate. They start ventilating all that was built up, and with massaging it, and then you realize, okay, your stiffness is not coming, or your blockage is not coming from some injury that you have, but because they never understand where is it coming from. It's coming from stress, build up stress, insomnia, sleeping, negative thoughts. There's so many things that it can come from, and
bad positions.
Positions as well. Yeah. But the bad position is also connected to the mind, because if you're depressed, or if you're having negative thoughts, or if you're sad, you're going to be like this, and you walk like this, so you create stiffness in your
hunch, like hunching thing.
Exactly.
All the time. Yes, because when we put ourselves like this, the Superman position, you put your arms like that.
And you raise to the sky,
and you feel powerful, you feel strong. It really makes that, makes something in your mind.
Yeah,
it gives you that energy,
shifting of the thoughts, thoughts shifting.
Exactly.
So that's what I also teach them. What I bring with them to their home when they leave, I say to them, okay, now be aware of your position. And also be aware when you are aware that you're sitting like this, or when you're walking like this, or on your phone all day looking like this.
Yeah, the phone neck.
And it's not only because you're like this, it's also bad for your thoughts, because you're not looking around anymore. You're not aware of your current situation. And this is all feeding in a negative way to your brain as well. Yes. And then we go to the nerve system, which the vagus nerve, it's feeding the brain. And the vagus nerve is the as you obviously know, the biggest main nerve that communicates with all your organs. So if your brain is constantly within these thoughts, it's going to communicate with your vagus nerve, and then this is going to communicate with your organs. So everything is connected.
Everything is connected. Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So what do you give us a little bit of tips of maybe how to address them, just how to address stress, how to lower the stress naturally? Of course, I'm against all this, just taking drugs, because many people, they start saying, oh, my neck hurts, so I get a pill, right? This hurts, so I get another pill, and then another pill. And then, you're just not treating the root cause of the problem. Yeah. So, could be stress accumulating in the body, which Suki does, or your mind, of course, that's having all these anxiety loops and things that you can get out of. So I think it's very important to give people, from your point of view, what do they have to do to lower stress in their lives naturally?
Yeah.
So
there are many ways that you can do it, many natural ways. And for many people, it starts with shifting from the pills to believing that these natural ways really help. And if they are having a habit of always taking the pills or using another way, then it's difficult to shift it. So the first thing is to give it a try, and you will not know it until you try. So there's many ways. For example, it depends. Some people are good with this way or better with that. So it depends on what feels best for you. But for example, breathing meditation, breathing exercises, it is so important because one of the essential needs for our body is air, healthy air. And also we need to be aware of our blood breathing, how do you say it, respiratory circulation. So I realize many people are just breathing very short, like, and that's because of their stress also, and they're just like, so you need to calm down.
Anxiety, you get this short breath that it really doesn't go away, and you're always in that loop. And you kind of, the more you feel the breathing short, and then you start getting a stress because of that, and then it keeps the loop going on all day. Many people, like some of my customers, I teach them some breathing techniques that are really effective to lower nervous system, and all of that, because breathing is such a very essential part. And people breathe normally, that's why they live, but they don't breathe correctly. No, they don't. And breathing actually brings relaxation to the body and your oxygen in your body, right? So it's so important.
It's like you're saying, people are breathing, it's what they do. But if you, for example, look at children or animals, they don't. I mean, children that didn't have trauma yet, they just the way they have to breathe. If you look at them, the way they're taking their time to breathe, and animals, and it's the same with, for example, another way to reduce stress is to do stretching. For example, when you wake up, this is very effective, which I started doing that
when I do.
So we have the rat race life. Many people, we wake up and we're like this. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta do this, all the points of the day. Like. So your brain, your mind doesn't take the time to wake up, and you're coming from a very deep dimension, from another dimension. So your mind needs time to transform into the reality of the day. But
I bet you have to nourish your mind in this moment.
Yes, you have to give it time. And if you don't give your mind the time to do that, your body is gonna respond to that. So your body is just also gonna do like, okay, I gotta get going. And
we're always in a rush.
Yes,
cortisol. You know what? It's anxiety running on cortisol, like I said.
Exactly. And then, so if you just in the morning you wake up, and for example, this was my point. If you see also children and animals, when they take a nap and they wake up, the first thing they do is they stretch. So this is a natural way of doing it. Exactly. And animals like this. And so if we take in the morning the time, 10 minutes to just stretch our body and wake up, and we breathe through this, we just take time to really breathe, and we just take time to stretch, and you just feel. You don't have to follow a course on YouTube. If you want, you can do that, but why don't you just feel what your body needs? And if you listen to your body, you're gonna feel, oh wait, my hip is a bit stiff. Because in the night, we don't move. So our body is not in rotation. Our joints are not rotating. We need to stretch it again. We need to get it back going. It's like when you turn on a car, you need to leave the motor on for a second and then you go. So it's the same with us. And if we do that in the morning, we take the time to wake up, it already changes a whole the whole part of the
day, our whole outlook too.
And also our negative thoughts. If you wake up and you take time, you're more into the moment, and you're more in peace as well.
So there's some yoga too. Some people who are into yoga just do a couple of poses, some meditation, whatever it is, just to relax.
On my website, you can find, I have a couple of blog articles, and each one of them represents some of the exercises you can do. So we have the breathing, the stretching, the meditation, also shifting of thoughts, which I think what is a very good, I don't know if you know Dr. Wayne Dyer. He has a very good articles and videos about this. Shifting negative thoughts to positive thoughts. It's also, you have to train this, it's just something people are also not aware of. They go with their thoughts every day, and they just, for them, this is their comfort because this is their life, but it's not at all something comfortable. It's not at all like that, but they're not aware of it. And this is also feeding their muscles and their stiffness. So if you're becoming more aware of your thoughts, and so this is all it's all about awareness of your body, of your mind, and balance. We have our essential needs. We have sleep, we have water, we have air, we have sanitary, hygiene. What else do we have? Touch.
Touch is so important for many people.
Exactly.
You know? Even for people who have trauma, also touch is very nourishing, really helps.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So, and you said that you learned some self-massage techniques that you did to yourself.
Yeah.
But before we go into that, I also want to speak. I was reading about the people in your comments in your website, and some people said that some traditional methods like acupuncture and things they will stop working for them, and then massage was the best thing for them.
Yeah.
After that, people with back issues, like you said, you have some back issues. It would be good to do that before, after acupuncture, then try trigger point therapy. Would that help too?
It's like I said, for me, I really think trigger point therapy for me is, in my opinion, because it's probably because it worked with me. But what I experienced is in the 14 years of experience that I had with massage therapy, it worked every time on each of my clients. So, but in the beginning, it's quite not painful, but I go really deep into the block point. I go to the core, to the source, and I release it. But it's painful. But while I'm doing it, I work with you. So I guide you through it with breathing.
I notice that you tell the person to breathe, which is very important to release that moment.
And the thing is, it's like in life, I go to the core of the problem, to the source, and I attack it. I don't attack it. This sounds very horrible.
I know, but in a way, you are attacking it.
If we run away from our problems in life, they only build up. So they're just going to become bigger and bigger because we don't look at it. It's just going to grow and grow. It's like a tumor. If we address the problem, it's like taking off a bandage, like very short pain, and then it can heal. It gets air, and it can heal. And it's the same with this therapy. So, and I also experienced. It's painful. It's not. I'm not really advertising myself, but while I'm doing it with them, they are not suffering like.
It's not like unbearable pain. It's just a good pain when you think about it.
Pain.
It can be just a little painful than normal. It's tolerable, right?
And with the breathing, it's kind of you're in a trance. It's like you're going through it, and it's good to feel sometimes your pain. It sounds weird, but it's good because then you're really aware of what's happening and what's going on with your body. And so, why is this therapy good? Because I open up, so I go to the core, I open this blockage point, and then from there on, it starts communicating again with the other points. So I always address the big main ones in the beginning. Mostly the trigger point therapy needs 2 to 3 follow-up therapies, because then you open the main ones, they're starting communicating again, you leave it for a second, you get your body, your new communication system working again, the nerve system, the blood circulation, they're all starting to talk again, and there's going to create more release again. So they're all going to be working more, because if these points are blocked, all the rest is blocked. Your organs are going to work less, your nerves, your blood circulation, you're going to get migraines, you're going to get insomnia. So once you've approached, let's say that word, these points, they're going to communicate again, and all these things are going to become less. And
that's amazing. That's amazing, because when I speak with people, some people are afraid of going through the pain, emotional or physical, because there's a resistance to change. And when you're always being in stress, you're addicted to that a little bit. Many people are addicted to that, unfortunately.
It's a comfort zone.
Yeah, it is a comfort zone, like what they say. We speak about that because when you are in your comfort zone, you're so comfy, even if you're suffering. Some people, they just comfortable like that, because after so much, your body just gets used to it. And they ask you to send you the same, because you're always in that loop. So your body and your mind both, they need to go through those painful moments and experience. If you don't feel there's no way you're gonna let it go.
Exactly.
So letting go things is very important, of course, in our body and mind, because if you don't process them, there's gonna be, of course, it comes up strong and it gets, it's harder to manage.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you're releasing that also, in your mind. When I did that, I personally, my mind also helped me, to be more, like you said, with respiration, with breathing and releasing that. I feel so much at ease, after that. And it's unbelievable, when you get after also, not only in your cognition, like it helps you to be, more aware of because when you are under too much stress, you have all this build-up stress, it blocks your awareness.
And also being aware, it's also very good because you feel safe. If you're aware about yourself, you're aware of who you are, you're aware of what is going on, and it gives you more safe feeling. Even if being aware that you are in a difficult situation, you at least know what's going on. And the stress mostly comes from not looking at stuff or running away and just keep going, but you're just forgetting what is really happening. And the awareness that's why awareness is important as well.
Yeah, many people, they can get in touch easily with their awareness because they're stressed. Like I said, it's blocking that part. It blocks your intuition. It blocks everything in life, So it's really important to address in order to become, better person, better version, whatever you're trying to do in life.
Yeah,
it'll be, better for you.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we can finish with some tips, massage tips, self-massage.
I can. Let me think. Most of it I should show. Which is not really
to show a little bit, just.
What is very good. For example, the first thing that I always do is the stretching. And this is not really massage tip, but some yoga poses. What is the name again?
You don't need to do it here because we don't have the space. But
no.
Mention
but the child pose, the waterfall pose, and it's all where your heart is, where the circulation of your blood is coming to your heart. So if you put your legs up, it goes to the heart. This is all very good for stress reducing in general. So every pose, you can look this up online, that brings your blood down to the heart. So most of the poses that are on the ground, for example, I have this, if you go check my website, triggertherapist.com.
And Stephanie has amazing blog, that you can also check with many tips.
Yes.
But this one last question also that I just thought about, that I have people that they, of course, I heard, I'm not an expert in this, but I heard trauma also gets stored on the hips area mostly for some reason.
The hips.
The hips.
With women mostly.
With women.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that it will help to release a little bit of the heaviness, of the trauma, to do some a massage in the hips or movements in the hips. You think?
Yeah. So there's a massage tip that I can do. It's not really massage, but so you have, I don't know if you know it, you can use a tennis ball.
Yes.
So what I do is, but then you have to know about the trigger points in your body, but you can feel this also. So you have this tennis ball, and this is actually a really good tip. You go to a yoga mat, you lay down, and for example, you have pain here in your shoulder. So you put this tennis ball underneath, and this is like an alternative of trigger point therapy, and you put pressure on it and you breathe through it. So it's going to hurt. That point is going to hurt.
I did that at the gym with the roll,
Exactly. Yeah. But the roll is like, it's not going to the core.
Yes,
you have the whole surface.
Yes.
If you have a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, it has to be a hard ball. And if you put it under the point where it's painful, for example, on your hips, which is very painful for women because the hormones are happening there. So when I massage women, the most painful parts are the hips, because especially when they have their period or when they're pregnant or they have PMS or so. And then, for example, if you put this tennis ball underneath that point and you just feel like which is the point, if you try it, you will feel immediately what I'm talking about. Just try it and you feel, okay, this is the point. And then you put pressure and you're going to feel, oof, this is painful. And then you breathe with it. So You breathe in, and when you breathe out, you're going to put pressure on it. And the entire time you breathe out, you keep pressing, and you go through the pain. You become one with this pain. And then when you breathe in again, you let go. And you keep repeating this. And at some point, try to even stay there while breathing in and out. And you stay there.
That sensation, that emotion that you have stored in your body, it will help to thinking about it when you're doing that release technique,
exactly.
with the ball.
Yeah,
I think that will help too. We can combine massage with our stress or things that we're going through a day. It will help to release those too.
Yeah,
because I know tapping, of course, one of the things that I do some is very effective, of course.
Absolutely.
Getting rid of those things, because like the touch really helps also to release that energy stored in your body and your mind.
Absolutely.
So that's a good tip with the ball, because I like balls personally. I have some in the gym that I use, the little ones, the really strong ones, and I do it in my feet. That hurt me so much.
Really good. Feet reflexology is also something I do.
That's another thing that you're an expert, right?
Yeah, I do also. Yeah, I do the feet and the hands because it's very old. It's coming from Chinese medicine, and it's one of the oldest forms of massage.
Yes.
And it is actually scientifically proven, but many people don't believe in it because they are not aware of its use. But if you look it up, there are sources, and it's really true. It's proven to be connected with your organs. And I always start a massage with the feet, because then I feel, okay, what's going on with this person's body? I can feel it in their feet already. And then I can tell them, okay, this point in your neck is blocked because they react on the certain points. I can say you have problems with your digestive system because I prove it there. And then I know.
And then you feel there's a problem in that area. And you ask them.
Yes. So it's very good to use this ball even on a daily basis, just on your feet. If you're on your desk, if you're working anyway on your desk all day, why not just put 2 balls on your feet? And
my kids love it. They love doing that with the ball.
And it's really releasing also emotional stress. And especially the balls with little spikes on it, these are good balls. Because they put little extra triggers. But maybe not while you're working, but this is good in the night. What did I want to say? Because you're talking about emotions.
Yes.
Also, your entire body releases what I learned from massage therapy as well. So, for example, with the women, if I press down there and I massage there, they have every pain in a massage is a different kind of pain. On the hips, against lower back is very cutting, like very sharp, like a sharp snake pain, like vicious. If you are on the shoulder, it's more like deeper, harder,
like concentrated.
Exactly.
Like
yes.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. It's like this, and then in the neck you have a very pressure, like a pressure pain.
Yes.
So and all these different sorts of pain are also connected to different sorts of emotions. So what happens to me is with women who have problems with their hormones or have problems there. When I massage them there, they sometimes start to cry when I massage them there.
Wow.
Women or people who have grief. There's this point here. This is the point of grief. Like if you have blocked sadness that you are not addressing, when I put it there, and people who have blocked emotions that they put away, they just start to cry when I touch there.
It's maybe about energy,
Exactly. Absolutely.
Attached to those.
Which points are blocked? Which points are you not addressing? Are you not addressing your hormones? Are you not addressing the problem of your sadness, of your grief? Are you not addressing your insomnia, your migraine? Then they start to cry on this particular point. So
it's my point here. Sometimes I'm pushing hard, on the jaw.
Yeah.
So definitely, because of the grinding sometimes.
Sorry to interrupt you. This is also, before I forget, a very proof that the mind and the body are connected. So you have some of the reasons why your body is blocked comes from the brain and the stress, but it can also be the other way around. If you have, for example, an injury, or you have had an accident, and then, for example, you had an accident and you get hit here by the shoulder, then this is going to become stiff and build up. and then it's gonna go also gonna contact with
Yeah, it connects, right?
your brain, and then you're gonna get insomnia because of, first of all, the source from your body. So
and then mental issues because of that.
Exactly.
Because I experienced that when I had my problem, my hearing. I was deaf. I experienced a lot of other symptoms because of that. So
Exactly.
not only the mind affects the body, but the body affects the mind.
It
So
has to be in balance. That's why balance is very important.
Exactly. So we need to find balance. So I hope you find this interview very enlightening, because I did. I think it's amazing, and we could spend hours of
Yes.
with all my guests here. It's Stephanie, because it's amazing, all this knowledge. And I hope you like it. And if you have any questions, please leave them in my social media or under the video, and we'll answer. And I will have all the information from Stephanie, her blog and website, everything, so you can check what she does. And if you're in Barcelona, she can take you. So that will be amazing. I hope you have a good time, and thank you for being here. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.